the Muslim village cannot threaten the state. If you start amassing weapons in the Muslim village to take on Canberra, you'll be destroyed. You will be destroyed, you'll be very foolish. And so the Muslim village cannot threaten the state, cannot pose a threat to the state. Does that mean that we're going to sit down and allow them to come and rape our women? No. Every single child born in that Muslim village must be brought up as a warrior. You can't do that in the shopping malls of Sydney. As a warrior. We do not threaten you. No. We are not a people who want war with you. No. But if ever you make the mistake to attack us, and there is no way for us to retreat with safety and protect our women and children, you will have a fight on your hands. Because we will fight like you've never seen a human being fight before. Every single one of us will be a roaring lion of a man. Because we will say we prefer to die as men than to live as slaves. So for that you need military training. You need to build yourself physically, psychologically. At the same time, all of this preparation is not for the purpose of threatening the state or threatening anyone. The Muslim village must be one jama'ah, because that is Islam. So this is not going to be a Deobandi village, or a Tabligh Jamaat village, or a Barelvi village, or a Salafi village, or a Wahhabi village, or a Ahle Hadith village. Come help me with some more names. No. This is a Muslim village for all full-time Muslims. All. Come, brother. And so the Sufi and the Salafi will live together as brothers in this village, on the condition that it must be plain, absolutely plain and clear beyond the shadow of a doubt for all, that insofar as the public life of this village is concerned, please listen carefully, because Al-Arqam movement in Malaysia didn't understand this and they were destroyed. Insofar as the public life of this village is concerned, and insofar as the masjid is concerned, nothing will be allowed unless it is based on the Quran and the universally accepted Sunnah. And so if you have a Muslim practice which is not based on the Quran and the universally accepted Sunnah, and which is manifestly beneficial, like the halaqah of zikr, okay? Take it in your private life. That's all we ask of you. Take it in your private life. Do not bring it in the public life, so that there will be no cause for fitna. If anybody wants to invade into your private life now and shout out bid'ah and haram, we'll throw him out of that village faster than Federal Express. And so now the Sufi and the Salafi, you don't believe me, will live together as brothers in this village. And when they wage jihad, they'll wage jihad side by side. The Muslim village therefore must be one jama'ah and must have one amir. Whoever that amir is, even if he be a black Abyssinian with a head like dried grapes, khutbatul wida, you must obey him. You must obey him on the condition that obedience of the Amir does not require disobedience of Allah and His Messenger. You must obey him. If you cannot obey the Amir in an order which is just, then goodbye. Go back to Sydney. And now the Amir will enforce the deen on the members of the Jama'ah. If you commit a sin for which is a public flogging, and you say, I don't want to be flogged, okay, go back Sydney. You can't live amongst us anymore. If you want to live amongst us, then you have to authorize us to give you the public flogging. And so we'll enforce the hudud in the village on those who consent to allow us to enforce it upon them. And those who do not consent, we ask them to leave. The Muslim village will be an island of Islam in a godless world. Your children will now grow up in an atmosphere which is healthy for them, rather than naked people around them in the shopping malls. Can this Muslim village be used for da'wah? Of course it can. I told you I was in South Africa for the last 3 months. And in South Africa, the white and the black still live separately. The white is still rich and getting richer, and the black is still poor and getting poorer, despite a black government. So there is a big explosion that's coming. You don't need a PhD for that. And when the explosion comes, of course, your enemies are going to use their money now to get a particular group to go and attack Muslim businesses and Muslim homes. It happened in Durban already once. How do you respond to this? The answer is you build a Muslim village in which the black and the white and the brown and the yellow all live together as one family. Government of South Africa can't do that. Archbishop Tutu can't do that. Nelson Mandela can't do that. We can do it. Islam can do it. In fact, I have the good news for you tonight, that the project has already started in South Africa. They've got the land already, and they've earmarked this land for the Muslim village, and they've already started to put African families who have entered into Islam onto that land. I told them, if you have any problems in getting white Muslims, let me know. We get you some from Bosnia. When you have white and black and brown and yellow living together as one family, isn't that da'wah? Much more powerful da'wah than all the gush that you perform and all the 5-star masajid that you build. This is da'wah, South Africa, if you're listening. Because I saw a lot of strange things in South Africa. But I didn't see real da'wah so far in South Africa. No. The black man in the Muslim village is no longer poor. And he didn't get out of his poverty through charity. Well then, how did he get out of his poverty? Brothers, this is da'wah. This is tabligh. He got out of his poverty because, number one, we establish a free and a fair market in the Muslim village, which does not exist anywhere in the world. A free and a fair market because no borrowing and lending of money on interest, number one. And number two, money which is sunnah money. You never heard about that before in your life. Sunnah money. That's my lecture tomorrow night, inshallah. And thirdly, we said, if you plant, you reap. You don't plant, you don't reap. Because Allah said so in the Quran. But nobody ever translated it like this.